Hey yo, let me break this shit down for y'all real quick. Scammer scholarship ain't just a song, it's a whole statement, a whole lifestyle wrapped into 3 minutes of trap. Motherfuckers looking at me like, Vanessa, why you always talking that scammer shit? But this track right here is me putting it on wax, letting motherfuckers know exactly where I came from and why I'll never apologize for it. The intro already set the tone. Dark ass strings, them 808s hitting like a heart monitor in the ER, like it's life or death every bar. That was intentional. I wanted motherfuckers to feel that pressure soon as the beat dropped. Cause when you scamming, when you running them plays, it is life or death. One wrong click, one wrong log, your whole shit could crumble. That's why the beat sound ominous, like a movie scene when the villain finally stepped into the room. That's me. Now the first verse, that's me speaking my truth, no fairy tale shit. I ain't never walked across no stage with a cap and gown. I walked across corners, ATM lobbies, and back blocks in the Bronx with a burner phone and a plan. Teachers told me I was reckless, and they was right. But reckless ain't mean stupid. Reckless meant I was willing to risk shit for a better life. Niggas in my school was trying to pass algebra. I was trying to pass Chase Logan's. Mama, she ain't understand at first. She wanted diplomas on the wall, not me running around playing cat and mouse with Wells Fargo fraud department. But when she seen me coming through with bills paid, food on the table, and later on whips in the driveway, she ain't asked as many questions. That's real Bronx shit. Survival first, explanations later. The hook, that's the anthem. I got my degree in finesse. Scammer scholarship, I'm the best. Niggas chant that like a graduation speech in the trenches. I made it relatable for anybody who ever had to hustle outside the system. Everybody ain't get accepted to Harvard, but motherfuckers still graduated from something. The streets.
Alright, so let me talk about the process. Cause motherfuckers always think these songs just fall out the sky. Nah, this one had weight to it. I ain't just freestyle this shit drunk one night. This came from me sitting in my room in the Bronx, December 2021, right after Christmas, looking at my life like, damn, I really made it through some wild ass shit. Niggas was out here dying from the pandemic, whole blocks starving, motherfuckers in debt, and I had flipped that whole wave into survival. I felt like I had to document it, not just for me, but for the next little girl sitting in the hood thinking she ain't got no options. Now Geico, that's my day one producer, you already know. He sent me a pack of beats that week, some trap shit, some melodic shit, some drill vibes. But soon as I heard this beat with them haunting strings and that heavy 808, I knew this was it. Like the beat was already telling my story before I even put words down. I ain't even touched nothing else. I called him like, yo, don't send this one to nobody else. This mine. Writing it was half quick, half calculated. First verse, that shit poured out, cause it was literally my life. 11th grade dropout, mama worried, bank logs, gift card flips, Bitcoin wallets. That shit was already in my blood. I ain't need to think too hard. It was like memory talking. But when I hit the second and third verse, I had to slow down, reflect, make sure I ain't just flexing, but also giving game. That's why I talk about psychology, reading niggas, flipping scams into plaques, and warning young girls that this shit come with consequences. That part took me a few days, sitting with a pen and pad, trying to balance honesty and artistry. We layered the track heavy in production. Geico built them hi-hat staccato, sharp like paranoia when you waiting for a transfer to clear. Them bass lines gritty, distorted, like that tension you feel logging into a bank account, hoping it don't bounce back. Then he threw in them strings for drama. That was my idea, I told him. Make it sound like a motherfucking graduation, but from the trenches. That's why the hook triumphant, but still grimy. I was in the booth 2 nights straight, cutting vocals, doing doubles, ad-libs, all that. The bridge, that came last minute. I wanted to show the flip, how I took all the methods and tucked them away now that I'm legit. That was me closing the book on one chapter without burning it. Now the outro on this track, I wanted the ending to feel like me closing a textbook, slamming it down on the desk. That's why you hear them drums hitting to the very last second. Me talking my shit, PhD and getting money on my own. That's me laughing at the whole system, telling motherfuckers I ain't never need your approval. I built my own degree. When I laid that outro, I was feeling heavy emotions. At that time, my family life was twisted. October 2021, my uncle got locked up on some fraud-related shit. Real talk. Mama was stressed. My little cousin Keisha was still in high school struggling with grades. And I felt like the black sheep carrying all this weight. I ain't had nobody patting me on the back saying, good job, Vanessa. I had myself, my pen, and that booth. That's why this shit sound personal. Man, I was low-key isolated. Friends I grew up with in the Bronx, they look at me different now. Some dead, some locked, some switched sides, but they ain't see the sleepless nights, the paranoia, the weight on my chest. This song was me letting it out. Like, yeah, bitch, I came up scamming, but I ain't no motherfucker defined by that. I flipped it. I turned that dirt into diamonds. I was 20 years old, young as hell, but with more scars than motherfuckers twice my age. That's why the emotion's so raw. Every bar feel like a journal entry, not just rap. When I said now I'm investing legal, turn them scams to plaques, I really meant that. Music became my new hustle,
my new play. Ain't no fraud department knocking at the booth door. Ain't no chargebacks on the record. At the end of the day, I dropped Scammer Scholarship cause I wanted to make history. I wanted a whole generation of hustlers, dropout girls, niggas from the hood who ain't see no way out to feel like, yo, my life mattered too. My experience valid too. I ain't glorifying crime, but I ain't denying it either. I'm showing how to take that pain, that hustle, and mold it into something powerful. And for everybody asking where to hear it, it's everywhere. Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, Tidal, SoundCloud, wherever you listen at, it's there. Type Vanessa Finessa Scammer Scholarship and run that shit up. Stream it, share it, argue about it in the comments. Do what y'all do. Just know when you listen, you ain't just hearing a track, you hearing my life, my lessons, my legacy. That's behind the bars, straight from me.
Admission, but I learned it all from the kitchen. Yeah, fuck them student loans. I got my PhD and getting money on my own. From the scammer life to the rapper life, still counting money, just doing it right. All the methods taught me how to flip this mic. Now I'm getting money in the booth tonight. Legitimate, but still smarter than your college degree. That's that scammer scholarship, bitch, that's me.